Hello, Leo. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. If Leo is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Remember to hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates. If there's anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards. Use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Leo, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. All right, 10 of Wands. This is a lot of fire. This is, this is your effort. And I think that this card is really, it really sums up the Leo energy, I think, in a major way. It's your ability to push through to the very end of something. This is you somehow can find a reserve tank of energy, and then another reserve, and then another reserve. It's like there's always more that you sort of can conjure or muster up to push a little bit further, a little bit harder in something, right? Spirit's way of saying don't give up, okay? I think that you're right at the end of a big project or a big effort, a big push in your life, big marathon kind of thing. And it's like you've got to just muster up a little bit more, tap into your reserves a little bit, and this is it. You're at the end. You're at the finish line. Okay? This is very, very good. And I think you're a hard worker. You do not give up. It's kind of like for you, the day's not over until the job is done right. You know? And this is like, it's kind of a work ethic. Sometimes this card is saying that you don't really know when to accept some help or some relief from someone else, like someone's coming in to relieve you and you're just like, no, I'll finish it up. You've got to look after yourself too. Okay. Now we're going to put this card into some context, and we're going to see what's going on. What is at the finish line here? What was this path like for you? Well, we've got the adjustment card. 4 of Wands makes sense. We've got the Death card. We've got a fixed air energy. We've got a Prince of Swords. And we've got the Fool. Well, if this is you working during the week, this is the weekend. Okay? And this is the freedom of this burden. Now, the Fool has no responsibility, has no burden, no obligations. The 10 of Wands is all the burden, all the responsibility, and all the obligations, right? Very different energies. So this is saying that you're hitting the jackpot here. You're achieving some sort of freedom from this. You're going to be free of this energy, okay? And with the Libra energy here, I almost feel like this is kind of like, this feels like when you have to exchange currency or whatever, It feels like it's sort of the, like you're weighing, gold and whatever the currency is, you know what I mean? Like it kind of feels like that to me. Well, let's keep going. Let's look at the rest of the cards here. That's 7 of Cups, 10 of Cups. We've got a Knight of Wands and, the Emperor. Big time Aries energy right here with the Libra here and some Scorpio energy back here. Very interesting. I like that. I'm chuckling a little bit because the Knight of Wands here, this is the position of what you don't want. Okay? This card here is what you don't want. You're not in a hurry to start the next project. You're not in a hurry to do it again. Right? I think that whatever you're doing right now has taken a lot out of you, okay? But Spirit's saying that all your hard work is about to pay off. Maybe this is financial freedom. Maybe this really is a jackpot. Maybe this really is you sort of exchanging your currency. Maybe you're doing some sort of international travel and you're just kind of changing your money and you're free. You're ready to go. Maybe it's you maybe this is you at the bank cashing your check. I'm done. I'm free of this thing, right? And you're going to take your winnings. You're going to take your reward. And I don't think you're in a hurry to jump into anything else just yet. You're taking a little bit of time for yourself, I think. That's why this card is in this position of what we don't want, right? But what we do want is the mystery card. So let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. This is the factor infinite and unknown. And, well, we're just going to set it down over here. We're going to put our very own Kelly Kapoor right on top. We're not going to look at that card until the very end, but it will tie everything together. It will give us the confirmation that we need. If you have a prediction for that card, put it down in the comments. All right? Let's do it together. Let's make it a group exercise. It'll be fun, right? Looking around at our major arcana, we have quite a bit. 1, 2, 3, and 4 at the end. I think that this is something that has taken you a long time to get to. The Death card, right? It's become one of my favorite tarot cards, I'll tell you that. Very rarely does it mean actual death. To me, it's about the fundamental force in the universe, change, right? That your path that you've been on has been slow and steady, but slow, right? And it's kind of like let's say you're building a building, right? Building a skyscraper. The Death card is every day you go to work and you're doing whatever you do, right? Riveting steel stuff, things together. I don't know how to build a building. Every day we're doing this work, but it's like, it doesn't seem like we got much done. It doesn't really look any different. It doesn't seem like anything's changing. The change is happening so slow and so it's almost imperceptible. Day in and day out we go and we do it, and it just doesn't seem like we didn't really do anything today, you know? We worked very, very hard, but the progress seems very, very small. It's not till we stand back and really look at the thing over time that we see, wow, we built a whole skyscraper here. It's like someone who goes to the gym. And we go and we exercise every single day, and we wear ourselves out, 10 of Wands, right? We totally exhaust ourselves and exert ourselves. And we run home, we look in the mirror. I don't look any different. I'm still, nope, same. We go, we do it again the next day. Drain our energy, just full commitment. All of our vital energy is just spent in the gym. We run home, we look in the mirror. Nope, still the same, nothing. But if you wait 6 months and then you look in the mirror, you're going to say, wow. Or if you look back 6 months in the past, you think, wow, there has been a lot of change. That's the Death card. It's slow and steady progress over time. It's not a big tower moment where it feels like it's just kind of overnight success and these big, rapid, abrupt changes in life. No, this is something that's slowly increasing. It's slowly getting there until the day comes where it's just like, hey, 10 of Wands is here. This is it. You've made it. You're done. You've accomplished this. This is it. Jackpot, payday right now. Okay? And I think our major arcana is very good with that, because it's kind of like now suddenly maybe this is the contract that's over, maybe this is you getting that paycheck, going to the bank or changing your money or whatever it is, and you're going on a vacation. You're going somewhere else. You're free of this responsibility, free of this burden, of this obligation, of this responsibility, whatever it is. This is a contract you're under at work, or this is maybe this is a life of a career, and this is retirement. Yeah? And then the Emperor energy at the end is saying, I'm not just going to rush into the next thing coming my way. I'm going to, I can pick and choose what I want to get involved with now. Now I'm under no obligation, no contracts, free agent. If I want to play, I'll play. If I don't want to work, I won't. It's up to me now, and that feels like freedom. I don't care who you are. That's freedom, right? So anyway, major arcana is very good. We have fire, fire. We've got water and water. We have a little bit of air. And of course, the Fool is some air. And then the Earth cards. We don't really have any Earth cards, do we? No, we really don't. That's okay. That's all right. The Four of Wands underneath everything is kind of an earth card. And in fact, the tens are kind of earth cards too, because the 10 is the realm of the kingdom, right? It's the final crystallization of that elemental energy. The 4 is kind of an earthy card too, because of the 4 elements. And this is the connection with the Emperor too. Emperor is the 4th mystery of the tarot. But the Four of Wands, I think, is talking about the impermanence of things. It's kind of like you knew that this would eventually come to an end. And that's the only reason that we're able to endure something like this, is knowing that there's a destination, knowing that there is a completion, it's the key word of this card, right? Completion. We know at eventually I'm going to reach whatever the goal is. If this is at the gym, it's kind of like a certain measurement, certain weight, or certain sort of whatever, right? Certain performance metric that we want to achieve. We know that eventually we will get there, and it's sort of how we measure our progress. And I think this is about measuring, right? The scales and weights and measures. Maybe the work right now, maybe you're being told by Spirit to measure your success and realize that you're there. You can put down all this burden because you've achieved it. Do you have a certain performance metric? Do you have some sort of a standard, a weight and measure that's going to tell you when you've finished, so that you don't just keep grinding away at something forever? You got to have some sort of and it could be arbitrary. You could just say, once I can lift, 200 pounds on whatever, then that's my goal. And then from there, it's kind of like I can choose what to do from there. But this is my commitment. This is my contract, either with the company, with Spirit, with myself, right? That's the obligation I'm holding myself to, is to get to that certain standard. But do you have that? Do you know what that is, right? Because we need this to have some sort of indication of when we're there. How do we know when the marathon is over? Well, we get the ticker tape, the checkered flag, whatever it is, I don't know. That's how we know that the race is over, right? There's something there that tells us. And so you think of any kind of sport, right? When is the game over? Well, first person to get to 10. Okay. 9 innings, whoever's got the most points after 9 innings, we'll call it a day. It's kind of arbitrary, right? We know that. And this could be financial goals. We could say, well, what's your idea for retirement? Well, I want to have a certain amount of money, We work for a certain amount of years. Well, how many years? Well, 50, 60, something like that. I don't know that I'll ever know that number, but, we're working toward it. But this is the idea, though. We want to, without there being some promise of a state of completion, I don't think we would be all that willing to give something all of our effort. Of course, this begs the question, right? What if this is something that we truly care about? We don't want it to ever end. I don't care about some artificial. No, I don't want 9 innings and then I got to go home. I want to keep playing ball, right? But there's a certain point in life where you can keep playing ball if you want to, but you're not under that obligation to do it. It's different when you're doing something of your own sort of free will, but it's no longer absolutely required of you. It's kind of like I say, okay, I'm gonna jog for 30 minutes. That's my commitment. 30 minutes have gone by. I can either stop and rest, go home, sit on the couch, or if I'm really feeling it, I could just keep going, There's a difference there, okay? And I hope that point is coming through, especially when we get to the water energy over on this side, But anyway, with the Four of Wands, I feel like that there's a certain metric of completion here. There's a certain standard that we're getting to. There's the idea that this has a fulfillment state to it. Okay. We talked about the Death card and how this feels as if it's been going on for a long time. This really could be talking about life, This could be talking about a lifetime of, just slow and steady, working hard, and now realizing that, okay, I've got to actually have some goals that I want to reach, beyond which I can keep going, or I don't have to if I don't want to. Okay, and that's kind of where we're at here with the fixed air energy, the Prince of Swords. Okay, Prince of Swords is kind of trying to figure out what that number is, right, or what that metric or what that measurement is. And this is the decision, and this is kind of this is almost the goal that we want. I want to just have the ability to keep going if I want to, or no if I don't want to. We want to have the voice that says that. We want to be the one making the decision. It's kind of like, I don't know, we think here in the U.S. anyway, you work till you're, I think it's like, 59 and a half or 65 or something before you start, sort of technically collecting your retirement. Beyond which the theory is you can work if you want to, but you don't have to. Well, I think most of us are going to have to. Put my opinions aside, the idea there is that you reach a certain point, and that we then have the option. I just at least want the option. I can keep going if I choose, or I can say, I've had enough of it. I'm good for today. And this could literally be anything. Could be your career, your work, could be your creative projects, it could be a certain health or wellness, lifestyle kind of endeavor. This could be, anything in life. Okay? The idea here is that you're reaching that point. That's the jackpot. That's the real win. Is now the choice is yours. Do you want to keep going, or do you want to call it a day? You've already achieved what you set out to achieve. Now it's just, if you want to keep going, sure, go ahead. If you want to just go and cash it in and go on your own adventure, go walk about, go on a vacation, it's up to you. It feels like maybe some sort of financial freedom, honestly. Sometimes the Libra Energy Adjustment card is sort of a kind of a banking kind of energy for me. Yeah. This is going to be really, really good. The Fool is really that freedom. The Fool is kind of jumping for joy because it doesn't have this responsibility anymore. It almost feels like someone who wins the lottery. And now it's like, well, you don't have to go to work tomorrow, but maybe you enjoy the work. You enjoy what you're doing. You like the people. You go do it. Yeah. That's going to take us over to the path of the serpent. And as we do this, I would like to ask for your subscription. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It is totally free, doesn't cost anything. It supports the channel. I really do appreciate that. 7 of Cups, 10 of Cups. What's going on here? General energy, 7 of Cups. I think immediately, coming off of this 10 of Wands, it's going to feel like I can't move another muscle, right? I don't want to do this ever again. I'm so glad to be done with this. My Fool is jumping for joy. I'm free, I'm free, I'm free. Gonna just go frolic in the in the field and and be merry. But I think that with the 7 of Cups, eventually we're gonna kind of miss having something to do. This might be the feeling that, hey, without this work, I kind of getting bored, kind of feel that my life doesn't have a direction, doesn't have a purpose. It doesn't mean you're going to go back to doing what you were doing before. It doesn't mean you're going to do it with the same amount of hours or in the same place, or maybe it won't even be the same work. But this is the feeling that I want to do something. I need some joy, some satisfaction. I need a purpose. Yeah, I need a purpose. And maybe that's part of the work of the Fool, is figuring out what's your next adventure? What is your next purpose going to be? Because without one, it feels like life has gotten sour. Yeah. Maybe you don't want to be back doing this again, or at least not for this many hours or this many years or whatever, but you want to do something. Just because we're retiring, just because we're getting older, when I'm, 120 years old, I still want to have a purpose. I still want to have something to do, to put my energy into. Maybe I can't go 10 of wands every day, but hopefully, close to that at least. But I think the 10 of wands is talking about maximum effort, right? And I love what we have here. Maximum effort, maximum satisfaction. You get out of it what you put into it. And if I'm 120, my 10 of wands is going to be a lot different than it was when I was 20. 100 years is a long time. So my 10 of wands is going to be different than your 10 of wands. My maximum effort is different than yours. Always. It's all of us are different, right? Each according to their means and according to their capacity, right? But the greater the effort, the greater the joy. If you put in maximum effort, you get maximum satisfaction. And we like that as human beings. So even when this one's done and you got this big jackpot, it's kind of like the millionaire, the lottery winner who has all this money, just says, my life's boring. It's sour. There's no flavor. I don't like it. You got to have something to do. You got to have something to put your maximum effort into. It could be many different things, but you want at the end of the day to feel you're worn out at the end of the day. You're going to sleep like a baby because you did work. And when I say work on this channel, and I feel like I have to say this every reading, when I say work, I don't just mean your career. I don't just mean you're 20 or 30 something and you got a job. No, that's not, that's work. But when I say work, it's whatever you're putting your effort into. You could be retired, you could be a teenager, you could be in school, I don't care. It's what you're putting your effort into. Could be a relationship, could be religious stuff, spiritual stuff, friends, family, could be creative things, it could be work, it could be a career, it could be building a business or being part of a group, sort of, a project or a business or something like that. It's what you're burning calories doing every day. It could be in the gym doing it. Okay? That's what I mean by work, right? And I think that 10 of wands is your energy. It's your capacity to do work. Yeah. And with the 7 of cups, it doesn't taste good anymore. I need something to do. Because the more we just kind of sit on our butt, the more difficult it feels to get up. The harder it's going to be to get up off the couch. The longer we've been there, we just sort of, you just kind of sink into the couch and you're just like, I'm never getting up. Eventually, you lay in bed too long and you're going to start to get sore. I lay in bed too long, I start getting a headache. I got that TMJ, Anyway, we got to have that fulfillment. We need something to put our effort into because 10 of cups, we want that maximum joy. So whatever this jackpot is, I think at first you've put in maximum effort here, you deserve the maximum satisfaction. Okay, and you're getting that. And I think the Fool is really just partaking of this. Allow yourself to partake of this and enjoy this to the fullest. You're not in a rush to get back to anything else. You're not in a rush to do anything. Allow yourself to enjoy this. But when you start feeling that 7 of cups and it's starting to feel a little bit, I'm ready for the next thing. Then you're going to find something new to put your maximum effort into. Maximum effort, maximum satisfaction. And I think that's life, man. Like, that's going to keep going. We don't want that to end. I mean, you're 200 years old. You're still going to put your maximum effort into something. I mean, it may look a lot different than what it does today, but it will be something. And I think that's why we don't have any earth cards, because it's not about the details, not about what you're doing, but that you're putting maximum effort into something and receiving maximum satisfaction. Okay? And I think it really is the choice of what we're gonna commit ourselves to, and what the details are going to be in this particular iteration, right? And that creates the fullness of life. This is beautiful. This is the best news ever. That the Fool has put in that maximum effort here, and the Fool, I think, has a sort of ironic meaning to it, because it's kind of like, it's it's maybe not looked at as a very wise thing to do, or like maybe people around you have kind of said, I don't know why you're doing that, why you're going to work. Why are you going to work? But they don't understand, they don't understand the satisfaction of putting effort into something that means something to you, that is going to give you an equal return in terms of your satisfaction, the emotional energy, right? You win the lottery and you're going to go to work. All your friends are going to be like, are you crazy? Are you a fool? You say, yeah, I am. I am a fool. It's kind of like you got a smirk on your face because you know a secret nobody else knows. Because when you're in it, when you're in the middle of all that effort and you see somebody that has found a way out, they've either succeeded, they've accomplished something, they got the lottery, they got the jackpot, they retired, whatever, and it's just like, man, they got out. And then, wait, you're coming back? Giving me a little bit of the Shawshank Redemption vibes, but I think in a good way, in a good way, that this is something that is fulfilling and satisfying to you. And again, it's not going to be the same work. Doesn't mean you're going to go just do the 40 or 80 hour work weeks anymore like you were before. I think the choice is what is actually the point here. Is that you get to choose now what your next commitment is. You get to choose what you're putting all of your energy into, maximum energy, maximum satisfaction. Knight of Wands in the position of what you don't want. You're not in a hurry. And that's kind of the point. You can kind of, I'm going to come in whenever I feel. I'm going to wake up at 10 or 11. I'll be there by noon. You can kind of, you have that freedom now. You're going to put in your effort into something and you're going to get the rewards for that. But you're not tied down to somebody else's rules or somebody else's, schedule. I think that having that choice, I think, is really good for you. Being able to be kind of your own boss in a way. Maybe that's the jackpot. Maybe you're starting your own business that says, I'm going to put maximum effort into this for the maximum satisfaction, but I'm calling the shots now. And maybe that's the emperor energy, you being the boss. You're able to at least be the boss of your own life. That you don't have to be at somebody else's beck and call. Right? You've got the autonomy, you've got the agency. I like that. I think this is really good. I want to look at the mystery card. I feel like we need some earth energy, but I like the message there of it not being about what you're doing, but how and why. Why? Because you want to, because it's satisfying, because it means something. How are you doing it? On your own terms. That's freedom. I don't care who you are. So I don't know. I don't know about this card. Maybe another emperor. Yeah, might be. It might be your power card, the lust or strength card. If you have a prediction, though, put it down in the comments. The three of Pentacles is good. Three of Pentacles is still not that detailed earth energy. The 3 is unmanifest. The 3 is still sort of an idea. It's still a potential, right? So everything's still in alignment here, because this isn't talking about the details of what you're doing. It's still talking about the how and why. How with cooperation. How with commitment within yourself. Your body, your heart, and your mind are in it. And so this is you able to sort of pick your project. Yeah. This is a card of there being a lot of potential, but you get to select which one sort of gets the energy and gets manifested, gets, the 4. Right? This is a 3. This is unmanifest. This is still an idea. This is still a potential. Okay, it's still in the realm of spirit. It hasn't yet crossed that abyss into the world of physical reality. You're the emperor. You get to choose which projects get approval, And maybe this is really maybe it's not even anything out in the world. Maybe we're talking about stuff around the house. You got a lot of projects you want to do, and you get to choose and decide which one gets your maximum effort for that maximum satisfaction. And you get to decide what time you're going to wake up and go build the shed, or go redo the lawn, or, redo the bathroom, or soup up the car, or whatever it's going to be. And maybe it's different every day. Maybe it's going to be a longer commitment, maybe not. That's the point. It's up to you. This is a big win. This is a big jackpot for you. And to me, this feels like the best news that I could ever receive. And I'm really, really happy about this reading. I can't wait to do the extended. We're going to do that now. There's a link in the top corner. There's a link down below in the video description, okay? All the info about private readings and things are down in the video description, okay? New readings for Leo are on Tuesdays and Saturdays. This is a special update. I feel like this is something that you needed to hear now, all right? You'll still get your readings on Tuesday and Saturday. So don't worry about it. They'll still be there. Watch both of them. Right? If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It is totally free. It does not cost anything. Leave a comment, please. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. Let me know how you're doing and how things are going for you. Okay? I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you, and we're all in this together.